We have a national champion. It's Western Michigan University, a 6-2 win over BU at the Frozen Four. Live from the Frozen Four on USCHO. I'm Ed Trepsker with Jim Connolly, Robert Morris University head coach Derek Schooley, and St. Lawrence University head coach Brent Brecky. Both of them, coincidentally, Western Michigan alums who are very happy.
Two of the happier people in the state of Missouri right now.
Let's start out about the game plan of each team. How did these two teams carry out what they intended to do?
Well, I thought we talked about an NHL-style game, and I think that played into Western. Western got bodies in traffic to the net, a big first goal, everything happened, and they just kept extending. They played long, they put pucks in. The one time they turned the puck over, BU had a big chance. It was 3-2. Western came back down and scored, made 4-2, ball game.
Brent, did you feel that Boston University was unable to do what they wanted to do? Was Western slowing them down, doing things? It looked like BU had a hard time getting through that neutral zone.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they both played their identity. BU has been that their entire year. They're skilled, they're going to make plays, they're not going to vary from that. And Western did a phenomenal job with stick position, taking away some time and space. Now, you're going to give up chances. They did. But they weathered the storm. You got to bend but not break, and they were unbelievable. But their stick position to jam things up, and BU stuck to who they wanted to be and make the plays and try to make that extra pass at times. And Western just did a great job defensively.
It wasn't fancy goals that worked for BU, but greasy ones, Iserman and LaChance both pushing back. The Terriers stayed in the game. It was 3-2 at the end of two.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, a couple review goals, and it could, in my opinion, it could have went either way, but they counted. Next thing you know, they had to get to their game. And I really liked the fact, I said to Brent when we were watching, there was a whistle at 5:02. I really want, after a 5 minute, I want the media timeout to extend as long as possible when you're protecting the lead. They got the next goal. They never got to a media timeout because they just kept scoring and shutting them down. No media timeout in the last 5 minutes of the game. Big deal for Western because nobody had, or both teams, because nobody had a timeout.
Neither team had their timeout. It felt like the save that was made, you referenced it, Schools, on Iserman, that save, and then exactly 2 minutes later to come down, Owen Michaels, he scores the big game winner, Brex, and I mean not game winner, but kind of the goal that put this game away.
Yeah, and as a coach, I'm a firm believer in momentum. I think most coaches are. You lose momentum, you got to find a way to get it back. That's a momentum changer, that type of a save.
Yeah.
It gives you an opportunity, the confidence on the bench when that type of a save, like, hey, they get that opportunity, we got a guy between the pipes, we know he's going to make that save, and then you go the other way. The thing I thought was unbelievable for Western, they never got in a position where they looked anxious or nervous, especially down when it was a 2-goal lead. And you get in this moment of the biggest game of your season, that's where you can start to squeeze the stick, you start to force some plays, you panic with the puck, you mishandle it. They were just true to who they were the entire game. It was awesome.
There was a little controversy. It could have become 4-3. Goal was waved off on the ice after review. It was still waved off. What's your take on what we saw there?
We were worried about continuation, that it leaked through them, and it was continuation. They said, we saw a couple guys down there, they said their stick pushed it, so it wasn't a continuation play. So obviously, as a Western alum, we liked it.
Yeah,
right call.
I thought that if there was anything, you had maybe the potential that the referee had lost sight of the puck, he could blow it dead for that. Even if he didn't blow the whistle, you can make that call that that was the decision of the referees. I didn't disagree with that one. Did it change the momentum of the game? Maybe a little, but I really thought that whatever the call was on the ice was the one you had to go with.
Well, we're going to wrap it up here from the Frozen Four, USCHO live at the Frozen Four. I want to thank our colleague and guest, both Derek Schooley, Robert Morris head coach and Western alum, and also St. Lawrence's Brett Brecky. It's been a pleasure to be working with you guys this weekend, and also my season-long colleague, Jim Connolly. I'm Ed Trepsker, and this has been USCHO Live at the Frozen Four. Find more coverage at uscho.com.